Hey YouTubers and Marx train lovers, I'm going to run my red and white litho framed Marx trains today, which were made between 1937 and 1938. And I suspect they may have made a whole lot of these because they show up in sets in the 40s. And I'll show you an example. Here's my floodlight car, which came from a Canadian Pacific work train set that I believe was made in the 40s. And there's a caboose on the end of this that's a New York Central caboose that also came with that Canadian Pacific work train set. I suspected maybe there was a mistake because all the rest of the frames in the set were black, which were 1937 and then 1939 and on. But found an old copy of a Sears catalog ad, and sure as heck, the Canadian work train set had the red and white litho caboose, New York Central caboose, and the floodlight car with the red and white litho frame. So who knows? You'll see the sets being, all these cars I should have mentioned have tab and slot couplers, unlike the black and silver framed cars that I showed in my earlier filmed that had joyline couplers. Now this is a complete set with the exception of, you'll see the little double floodlight car up there with a plain black frame that came from 37 or 39 and on. It's hard to date it. And they did not make a wrecker for this set. Now, you will notice that the tender has a gold frame. That's simply a special little set that I had where I painted all the frames gold. They were originally just black and they were badly scratched. And so I have 3 regular passenger cars with gold, red passenger cars with gold frames. And of course we've got our red Commodore Vanderbilt. This is what your normal frame would have looked like on a, even in 1937 and 38. They did not make red and white litho frames for their tenders. And there have been some on eBay which unfortunately were counterfeits, but they looked rather silly on black tenders. And of course this is a red tender because I'm running a red Mercury with a nickel plate front, which was from 1938. And here's another example. This is my 547 express baggage car, which would have come from 1936 or 1939 and beyond into the 40s. So let me get this little car off here. And we'll get these started. First of all, I need to turn on the power. It's always really important to have a one power switch for all your transformers in case you have a derailment. It's great just to hit the one switch, and then you'll find out what derailed and what's what, but you only have to hit the one switch and not panic, which is what I've learned the hard way. And we'll get our little Commodore going. Our work train set. And we get our Mercury going. Our passenger set. See if I can make that Mercury go a little faster. There we go. And put on some old time music. Mercury's passing the Commodore now. Now you can see the lighted drum on the observation car of the Mercury. Boy, that caboose is beautiful. Okay, turn the music off. Turn these strings off. And that's it. For some reason this little tender's riding a bit high. I'm going to have to adjust that. These red tenders were mostly used on wind-ups, so they have the, see how that, rides, they have the retractable couplers. So, at any rate, thanks for watching. Now you know a little bit more about when these trains were made and what to look for. Let's pull this Commodore all the way up and get a better look at that beautiful red litho caboose. And as I said before on a film a ways back, this is when Marx came out, and actually in 1936, and started doing 3-color litho on their shells themselves. You'll notice this Colorado and Southern has blueprint. It's on a white background, and then it has the Colorado and Southern red insignia up there. And all these cars have 3 different colors on their shells. Makes them a lot more colorful. So, thanks for watching. Once again, this has been a Big Lizard production, and bye-bye.